In 80 Days, adventurer and award-winning filmmaker Paul G. Roberts retraces the global footsteps of Phileas Fogg, hero of Jules Verne's most famous work.
I'm going to share some of my personal favourite things to do in Rome. It's a city that I've been visiting for the last 3 decades. Some of my favourite luxury hotels to stay in, a few of my favourite trattorias and places to eat, a couple of standout budget hotels that are also fabulous value, and some of the hidden attractions and things to do that you will not find on the regular tourist maps. Now, as I said, I've been visiting Rome for the last 3 decades. And it never gets old. Pardon my pun. The entire centre of Rome is like a giant outdoor museum. Rome was really the world's first cradle of civilization, or maybe the second if you count Athens. Still so rich and relevant today as it was 3,000 years ago. The Italian capital offers romance, history, and hot-blooded culture. From Roman wonders like the Colosseum, the Forum and the Pantheon, to the stunning monuments of the Roman Catholic Church, such as St. Peter's Basilica. Rome is packed full of historical treasures. And amongst these behemoths are hidden gems of elegant piazzas, incredible fountains, each a Baroque showcase around every corner.
Today, the city on the Tiber throbs with the bustle of a great metropolis. Its citizens rush to work, dine at outdoor cafes, sip a quick espresso, cool themselves in the breeze of their fountains, cook their pasta, exchange their wedding vows, never forgetting in this place of palaces, churches, forums, columns, obelisks, and statues, that they are the Senate and people of Rome, the once and future eternal city.
Now, Rome may be an ancient city, but its hotel scene is as up-to-date as befits the capital of Italy. The city's options span an eclectic mix of design, glamour, and all-out Italian inspiration. Rome has great options, whether it's a high-minded hostel that's halfway between a hotel, the opportunity to bed down in a former monastery, a couple of private penthouse residences with discreet as-you-please service, and plenty of blowout abodes, from art-filled villas to palaces to sleek brand-new names. Now, one luxury hotel I can recommend is Palazzo Manfredi, named after the Count Goffredo Manfredi, one of Rome's most influential public figures. Palazzo Manfredi is the ultimate luxury getaway for anybody that's ever wanted to experience the Colosseum close up, as well as many other fabulous attractions right on your doorstep. Yes, this 5-star boutique hotel is so close to the world's most famous amphitheatre that you can practically hear the gladiators of old from within your suite. And as such, Palazzo Manfredi offers spectacular views over Rome's ancient sites and is literally only 2 minutes walk from the Colosseo metro station, making travelling to and from the hotel a breeze. And then there is Hasla Roma, one of the all-time epic famous Rome hotels. The Hassler Roma describes itself as stairway to heaven. And like the song, it is a true icon. The recent revamp of the Roman Hotel, which was completed in 2018, has done it wonders. The mahogany concierge and reception desk is polished and welcoming. The beige and brown yews are still there, but now they're classic rather than old-fashioned. The concierge desk is packed with old world charm, and the staff really take pride in their work. They'll handwrite you a map, and they'll ask you how your day was when you come back that evening. The Hassler is located at the very top of the Spanish Steps, the Piazza de España, in the very heart of Rome, and it's been serving its clientele for the past 125 years. It offers guests a central 5-star hub for all their adventures in and around Rome. There's a total of 87 luxury rooms, all available with the very best amenities. And there's a sauna, a fitness centre, and of course, a Michelin-starred Italian restaurant. Hassler Roma prides itself in being unpretentious and offering a warm, personal hospitality service. And then for something different and a little newer, we have a W now in Rome. Now, globally, the W group of the Marriott chain is all about rock-star glam. It appeals to the affluent creative class, and it's not what you would immediately think of as a Roman-style luxury hotel. But the opening of the W was quite the talk of the town, since Marriott first dropped hints it would be bringing the upscale, risk-taking brand to the Eternal City. The pandemic caused a few delays, but now she's here, drawing a well-travelled, design-savvy crowd who know when they're onto a good thing. In this case, a lounge room instead of a lobby, and welcome desk pods instead of a check-in, plus a secret garden with tropical foliage where you can have a drink while you wait for your room to be prepared. The design team, New York's Mayor Davis, has crafted the lobby and lounge areas with panache, daring you to take a traditional setting and adding colourful leather furniture against the thick stone walls, plus plenty of reflective surfaces to add that rock star reflective glow to your room. There are head-turning sculptures and wall-encompassing art, juxtaposed by black and grey marble flooring. They've kept elements of surprise all the way through, and the hidden door in the bathroom that leads to the hotel's secret garden with a kissing bench, bird baths, and water fountains.
Snails, like this from the sea? The whelk? No. Or no, yeah.
The terra.
Oh, really? Oh man, this is serious. What's the best thing about this city?
Everything you talked about. That when you bring the baby in here, there's a love for life. The work, the art, the attitude, how to live. So if I'm in a bad mood, I'm negative, I'm down, okay?
Right.
And then I walk out, I see this chick. See this chick here, Lucha? Okay, I might be pissed off. Like, I don't feel like going to the market, blah, blah. This chick is running the market. She's like, you know what I mean? I don't know how old she is, but you dig? And never, like, seeing you, it's like, wow, we're alive. We have this moment on Earth, and that's part of the food. Artichoke.
Artichoke? Mm. Oh man, that's amazing.
Okay, when you care about the people you're feeding, you're gonna do it. People come in, you don't care, you don't know, it's just, I'm just trying to make money. Then I'll cook anything. These guys can't make bad food.
Now we all know when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And one thing the Romans do is eat. And that's good news for visitors because the best restaurants in Rome are also some of the best restaurants on the planet, not to mention some of the most romantic. Those in search of fine wine and succulent food will be falling over incredibly lively pizzerias and trattorias, and there's always the opportunity to dine al fresco while marveling at incredible views almost at every angle. The menus in Rome are a celebration of flavours and ingredients that invoke images of tradition, deliciously edible images at that. You may know a little bit about the classification of dining options in Italy. A trattoria is different to a ristorante. A trattoria is usually a traditional family-owned rustic eatery. Very often, mother or nonna, grandmother, is cooking. Father is on the cash register and the kids wait the tables. Decor is usually very simple. Roman cuisine is defined by a unique set of ingredients, techniques and dishes that sets it apart from all the food in all the other cities in Italy. Generational trattorias serve a delicious, if predictable, litany of specialties, such as cacio e pepe, spaghetti carbonara, roasted lamb, carciofi, or artichokes if you don't understand, and assorted offal dishes. Their ranks are now also bolstered by a number of new blood neo-trattorias that take a fresh approach to the classics. Just one way, young chefs are nudging tradition forward in the Italian capital. And there are also plenty of international flavours, offering a break from the pecorino romano or guanciale-laden Roman classics. Here's a few others that you might want to try. Armando al Pantheon. It's just 100 feet from Rome's most intact ancient monument. Armando al Pantheon champions local food traditions. And for more than 5 decades, the Gargioli family has been dutifully producing Roman classics like spaghetti aglio, olio e peperoncino, coda alla vaccinara, which is oxtail braised in tomato and celery. Among the seasonal dishes, look for the puntarella, the Catalonian chicory with anchovy sauce, and the carciofi alla romana, which is simmered artichokes in the cooler months. But save room for the torta antica Roma, a ricotta and strawberry jam pie. The lovingly curated wine list gets better every year. Online booking is essential and opens 1 month ahead of your visit. And then there is Trattoria Monti, which I can also recommend. One of the most dependable and delicious restaurants in all of Rome, Trattoria Monti seems to get better with time and remains a favourite among the locals. The reasons for its popularity are simple: friendly service, a charming ambience, and incredible food. A huge wine list with reasonable markups certainly helps as well. The cuisine, like the family that runs the place, is from the region of La Marche, so meat features prominently on the menu. But there are many vegetarian options too, like tarts with seasonal vegetables and the oversized tortello with a runny egg. You cannot go wrong. Latteria Trastevere. Latteria Trastevere is a wine bar and bistro in Rome's nightlife epicenter, and it focuses on natural vino, cheeses, cured meats, culled from the tiny sought-after producers among Italy. There are some hot dishes too, and Sardinian owner Antonio Cossu brings in island specialties like sa fregola, pearl couscous, with crab and bottles from Barbagia, one of Sardinia's most distinct and delicious wine regions. And as a bonus, Latteria is open nearly every day of the year. And if you're thinking about seafood, there's Tempio di Incida. A short walk from the Colosseum, Tempio is an elegant fish restaurant known for its crudi, raw dishes, like fish carpaccio, sea urchin roe, langoustines and oysters. The pasta with sweet red shrimp, cherry tomatoes and fresh pecorino is excellent, and it proves there are some exceptions to the no fish with cheese rule, as are the spaghetti with clams, whole roasted fish and pasta with spiny lobster. Book ahead, especially to secure an outdoor table in the summer, and expect to pay a premium for some of the freshest fish around. And no recommendations for eating would be complete without a pizzeria, which brings me to Pizzarium, Gabriele Bonci's landmark Pizza al Taglio, which is pizza by the slice, shop near the Vatican Museums, and it's become a globally acclaimed landmark, where cold fermented heirloom wheat-based dough is topped with exquisite produce from biodynamic farms and artisanal cured meats and cheeses. Most toppings change day by day, even hour to hour. But pizzeria's signature, which is the tomato, oregano, and potato mozzarella, are always available. There are only a few high top tables outside and no real seating, so you don't wear yourself out too much wandering the museums before stopping by.
Rome wasn't built in a day. It grew and continues to grow, its development etched in stones. And of all the stones in Rome, none is more characteristic than its most famous landmark, the Colosseum. Here was the scene of grisly spectacles, fights to the death between gladiators, lions, Christians, staged for the amusement of all classes, including slaves, of which Rome had upwards of 40,000. Here also is an example of a distinguished piece of engineering, a Roman invention, the amphitheatre, still standing, since the Emperor Vespasian in 72 AD commanded that it should be built. To this day, the Colosseum, in all its imperturbability, continues to awe the first-time visitor. It is here that one remembers the words of George Lord Byron.
While stands the Colosseum, Rome shall stand. When falls the Colosseum, Rome shall fall. And when Rome falls, the world.
Now, a few budget favourite hotels of mine, which prove that even if you're on a budget of under $200 a night, you can still find somewhere fabulous to stay in Rome. Not everybody can afford to splurge on a luxury hotel, so you don't have to worry. Albergo del Senato. Situated on the same square as the Pantheon, there's hardly a hotel in Rome that can claim to be more central than Albergo del Senato. But in addition to location, the elegant hotel has an old-world grace and attentive staff that make for pampered stays. But they seem very much at home under the characteristic vaulted ceilings. While standard rooms are available, the split-level apartments are decidedly more comfortable. And did I mention the view? Many of the rooms on the front of the hotel offer unobstructed views of the Pantheon, and the guests-only rooftop bar is open from May to October and offers unforgettable sunset vistas. Roma Luxus. Uniquely styled rooms in two in-demand eateries in the cool Monte neighbourhood that's close to the Colosseum. With their bright jewel-toned colour schemes and custom-made furniture, it's hard to imagine that the Roma Luxus 30 rooms were once part of a convent. The flashy hotel doesn't just keep the design in the bedroom, splashing modern art and installations throughout the common areas. The small hotel is also a private terrace and a pay-for-use spa with a jacuzzi, sauna and Turkish bath. And whilst most hotel restaurants should be avoided at all costs, Roma Luxus shares real estate with not only one, but two amazing eateries, Madre and Hugo, both run by young Michelin-starred chefs. A hidden tip that I will give you too, that not everybody knows about, is the best thing to do in Rome is to rent a scooter so you can zip around Rome's back streets, avoiding the traffic, and discover for yourself all the hidden gems in Rome's back tucked away places. And besides the look, scooters are so good because you don't have to depend on public transport, which isn't always that reliable in the Eternal City. All you need is an international license, and on a Vespa, you're in business. You can take yourself and a pillion passenger, and you won't have to worry about how you're going to get to all the sites in one day. A scooter like a Vespa or a moped will usually be cheaper, 45 euros to 90 euros a day. I recommend the scooter because it's so easy to ride. You don't have to worry about gears. You just turn it on, turn the accelerator, and whoom, you're off. You can also opt for an electric motorbike or scooter where you don't pay for gas, but you will have to find a charging station, and charging something without any batteries left in the tank will take you 3 to 6 hours. But more and more places are offering these electric options, so it's definitely something to look into, especially if you care about the environment and also the pollution of Rome, which its traffic has been very chaotic and dirty, to say the least. Now, you cannot go to Rome without shopping. And many people will tell you, and I'm of the opinion too, that Rome could well have the best shopping in all of Italy. Probably on a par with Milan. Milan is obviously favoured by the big designer brands, where in Rome you can get a much wider selection of incredible Italian craft goods. Now for me, there are two iconic shopping streets. Via Condotti, which starts at the very base of the Piazza di Spagna, and it's a high fashion street, and it was named after the channels that brought water to the baths of Agrippa. It has a huge number of Rome-based Italian fashion retailers. And Via Condotti rivals places like the Quadrilatero in Milan, and also Paris, Florence and London. Popular beloved fashion brands that you'll find on Via Condotti include Dior, Gucci, Valentino, Hermes, Armani, Prada, Bulgari, Burberry, Dolce & Gabbana, Celine, Montblanc, Tiffany & Co, Jimmy Choo, Louis Vuitton, and a great many more, making the street one worth the visit for stylish clothing and accessories. But if you want more than just the big designer brand names, it has to be Via del Corso, which is also considered the main shopping street in Rome. The bustling street links Piazza del Popolo with Piazza Venezia, and it's dotted with an amazing array of stores catering to every taste, style and budget. While strolling Via del Corso, you'll see everything from high-end brands to fast fashion stores. And if you're a luxury-loving traveller, for instance, be sure to stop by the opulent Galleria Alberto Sordi, an Art Nouveau-style building that plays host to stellar boutiques such as Prada, Moncler and Dolce & Gabbana. But no worries if you don't want to shop without digging deep in your pocket. Via del Corso often regarded as Rome's high street, you'll come across big-name retail brands such as H&M, Zara, Gap, Benetton, and more. And once you are home, I promise you, you will never forget splurging on the incredible Italian designer items whilst you're in Rome, because nobody does designer, craftsmanship, products, fashion like the Italians.